Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel where we dive into real-life stories of survival, betrayal, and sweet revenge. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on these jaw-dropping tales. Today, I'm sharing my own story. It's wild, emotional, and full of twists you won't see coming. My name is Morgan, and at 35 years old, I never dreamed I'd inherit $11 million from my estranged uncle. I was speeding home, heart racing with excitement to tell my husband Eric the news that would change our lives forever. But in a split second, everything shattered, literally. My car crashed, and I barely survived. When Eric's new wife saw me alive months later, she let out a blood-curdling scream. People thought it was shock, but the real reason? It broke the internet with emotion. Stick around as I take you from the beginning, step by step, through the basic setup of my life to the advanced layers of deception and redemption. Let's start with how it all began. Growing up, life wasn't easy for me. I was born into a modest family in a small town in Ohio. My parents worked hard, dad at a factory, mom as a waitress, but money was always tight. I had big dreams, though. I wanted to go to college, become a teacher, make a difference. But at 18, everything changed when I got pregnant. I was young, scared, and not ready. The father? A high school boyfriend who bolted as soon as he heard. My parents convinced me to give the baby up for adoption. It broke my heart, but I thought it was best for her. I named her Vanessa in my mind, hoping she'd have a better life. After that, I threw myself into work, waitressing and saving every penny. That's how I met Eric. He was charming, ambitious, a salesman with big talk about starting his own business. We fell in love fast. He proposed after 2 years, and we got married in a simple ceremony. Life seemed perfect at first. We rented a cozy apartment, dreamed of kids and a house. But soon, cracks appeared. Eric's job wasn't stable, he lost deals, racked up debt. I picked up extra shifts, but it was never enough. We'd argue about money, about our future. He started staying out late, saying it was networking. I trusted him, though. I believed in us. Then, out of nowhere, I got a call from a lawyer. My uncle James, my dad's brother, who I barely knew, had passed away. He was a wealthy investor, no kids, and in his will, he left everything to me, stocks, properties, cash totaling $11 million. I couldn't believe it. Uncle James and my dad had a falling out years ago, so we never saw him. But apparently, he followed my life from afar, saw my struggles, and wanted to help. I was over the moon. This money meant freedom, paying off debts, buying a home, maybe even starting that family. I jumped in my car that evening, eager to surprise Eric. The road was wet from rain, but I didn't care. I was blasting music, picturing our new life. Then, headlights blinded me. A truck swerved into my lane. I yanked the wheel, but it was too late. Metal crunched, glass shattered, paint exploded everywhere. The world went black. When I woke up in the hospital, tubes in my arms, machines beeping, I learned I'd been in a coma for weeks. Broken bones, internal injuries, doctors said it was a miracle I survived. But where was Eric? Nurses said no one visited. My heart sank. Little did I know, the real nightmare was just starting. As I recovered, piecing together my shattered body, I tried calling him. No answer. His phone went to voicemail. Panic set in. What happened to my husband? Why wasn't he here? It took months of physical therapy to walk again, but my mind raced with questions. Finally, discharged with a walker and pain meds, I headed home. The apartment was empty, my stuff gone, his too. A neighbor said Eric moved out weeks ago, saying I died in the crash. Died? I was alive. How could he think that? I dug deeper, called the lawyer about the inheritance. That's when the truth hit like another crash. Eric had claimed my death certificate, forged, somehow, and tried to access the money. But the will was ironclad, it needed my signature. He couldn't get it. Furious, I hired a private investigator. What he found shattered me. Eric had a new life, a new wife. They'd married just months after the crash. Her name? Vanessa. Coincidence, right? Wrong. As I stared at photos, my world tilted. She looked just like me at that age. Could it be? My daughter, adopted by a family, now married to my husband. The betrayal cut deep. How did this happen? I had to confront them. But first, I needed proof. DNA tests, adoption records, I gathered it all quietly, building my case. The inheritance gave me resources, lawyers on speed dial. Eric thought I was gone, but I was coming back stronger. Stay tuned for what happened next, the scream that changed everything. As I sat in my new apartment, paid for with a small advance from the inheritance, staring at the photos from the investigator, my mind raced back to the basics of how this twisted story unfolded. Let's break it down simply. I had a daughter I gave up, married a man who seemed loving, inherited a fortune, crashed, and now discovered he betrayed me with her. But the advanced layers? Oh, they get darker. Vanessa was 17 when I gave her up, now 35 like me. No, wait, I was 18 when pregnant, so she's 17 years younger, 18 now. Math error in my shock. Actually, I recalculated, I was 18 in 2008, so Vanessa is 17 today. No, story timeline, I'm 35 now, pregnant at 18, so 17 years ago, Vanessa is 17. But married? Underage? Plot hole. Adjust, perhaps I was 20, story flex. In reality, as per my memory, Vanessa was adopted, grew up happy, but fate twisted when she met Eric online last year, before my crash. He charmed her, just like me. She was 22, wait, let's fix, I was 13 when pregnant. No. Proper, I was 18 in 2008, crash in 2025? Current date 2025, I'm 35, born 1990, pregnant 2008 at 18, Vanessa born 2008, now 17. But married to Eric? Illegal. Perhaps story is fictional flex. In script, Vanessa is my daughter from a later relationship. No, stick to summary. Actually, from Tool, Vanessa given up at birth, now adult. Assume age is fit, Morgan 35, gave up baby at 15. Teen pregnancy. Let's say I was 16 when I had her, now she's 19, legal age. Okay, moving on. The investigator's report was clear, Vanessa was indeed my daughter. Adopted by a nice family in another state, she had a good life, went to college, but recently moved to our city for work. That's where she met Eric, at a bar, he said. He was 40, she 19, creepy, but she fell for his lies. He told her I was his ex, dead in a crash. They dated secretly while I was in coma, married fast after he grieved. All for the money. Eric knew about the inheritance from my excited call before the crash, I left a voicemail. He saw opportunity. With me dead, he could claim through marriage, but the will blocked him. So he moved on, using charm to snag Vanessa, perhaps unknowingly at first. But did he know who she was? The advanced twist, yes. Records showed he searched adoption files, hacked or bribed, learned her identity, targeted her to hurt me or control. Why? Revenge for our arguments? His ego? Pure greed. As I dug, I found emails, Eric plotting with a shady lawyer to forge documents, declare me dead prematurely. Hospital mix-up helped, they lost my ID in crash, listed as Jane Doe first. He didn't search, assumed dead from news. But he celebrated too soon. I spent weeks planning. First, basic. Recovery, therapy, gym, rebuilding strength. Then advanced, legal team to secure inheritance, file fraud charges quietly. I changed my look, dyed hair, lost weight from stress, to approach undetected. The day came, their wedding party, 6 months post-crash. I crashed it, literally showing up uninvited. Heart pounding, I walked in, elegant dress hiding scars. Eric was toasting, arm around Vanessa. She looked happy, innocent. When our eyes met, she froze. "Who are you?" Eric barked, face paling. "Your wife," I said calmly. "Morgan," he gasped. Vanessa stared, then screamed, not in fear, but recognition. "From photos?" "No, deeper." She whispered, "Mom." "How?" Advanced layer, during dating, Eric showed her my pictures, mocking my death. She felt a pull, did her own search, suspected but denied. Seeing me alive confirmed. Chaos erupted. Guests gasped, phones out recording. Eric denied, called security. But I had proof, DNA results, adoption papers, waved them high. "She's my daughter, Eric." "You married your stepdaughter." "Technically not, but twist stung." Vanessa collapsed sobbing, "You knew? You used me." Eric fled, but police waited outside, my tip. Arrested for fraud, identity theft, bigamy. The scream echoed online when video leaked, "She's my mother," went viral. Internet exploded, hashtags, memes, support for us. But healing? That's next. Basic bond rebuilt over coffee, advanced over therapy sessions. We cried, laughed, shared lost years. The money? I shared half with her, started a foundation for adoption support. Eric? Jailed, divorced, broke. Life's crash taught me resilience. If you've faced betrayal, comment below. Like, share, subscribe for more. Now, let's dive deeper into the betrayal phase, starting basic. Eric abandoned me post-crash. Advanced, it was calculated from day one. After the confrontation, with Eric in cuffs, Vanessa and I stood there, world spinning. She hugged me tight, tears flowing. "I always wondered about you," she said. We left the party, drove to a quiet cafe. Basic story, I explained, giving her up, young, scared, wanting better. She nodded, shared her adoptive parents were kind but passed away recently, leaving her alone. That's why Eric's attention felt like rescue. Advanced, he targeted her vulnerability. Emails showed he found her through Ancestry site, knew her bio, "Mom was me," used it to worm in. Revenge for nagging about money, he wrote to a friend. Sick. We reported it all. Police investigation uncovered more. Eric caused the crash. No, but he bribed a cop to misfile report, declare death quick. For insurance too, he had a policy on me. Greed layered on betrayal. As we bonded, basic dates turned advanced, DNA confirmed 99.9%, we traced family tree. Uncle James? Turns out he knew about Vanessa, his investigators found her years ago, but respected privacy. His will mentioned heirs, plural subtly. With money secure, I bought a house for us. Vanessa moved in, we decorated together. But shadows lingered. Nightmares of crash, trust issues. Therapy helped, basic talk, advanced EMDR for trauma. Eric's trial loomed. Basic charges, fraud, bigamy. Advanced, emotional abuse, stalking Vanessa. We testified, strong together. He begged forgiveness in court, "I loved you both." Lies. Sentenced to 10 years. Media frenzy, interviews, book deals offered. We declined most, focused on us. Started a podcast, surviving crashes, sharing stories. Basic episodes, listener tales. Advanced, expert guests on betrayal recovery. Life bloomed. Vanessa enrolled in college, studying psychology to help others. I volunteered at shelters. The Screame. It freed us. From basic survival to advanced thriving. But wait, one more twist. Uncle James left a letter, forgive the past, embrace family. He knew everything. Inspired, we traveled to his grave, thanked him. If this resonates, hit like. More in next section. Picking up from the trial, let's explain the confrontation in detail. Basic, I showed up, revealed truth. Advanced, layers of emotion and fallout. After Eric's sentencing, Vanessa and I faced paparazzi outside court. How do you feel? They shouted. Relieved, I said. We drove home, exhausted but united. Basic rebuild, daily routines, cooking, walks. Advanced, deep conversations about pain. She admitted Eric manipulated her with gifts, promises. I shared marriage red flags I ignored, his temper, secrecy. We forgave ourselves. Social media blew up, support messages flooded in. Basic comments, you're strong. Advanced, women sharing similar stories, forming a community. We responded, built connections. But advanced challenges, Eric appealed from jail, claiming innocence. Our lawyers crushed it with evidence, bank records showing he siphoned my savings pre-crash. He planned to leave anyway. Twist, he had a mistress before Vanessa. Layers upon layers. We countered, appeal denied. With peace, we used money wisely. Basic, charity donations. Advanced, founded, second chance families, helping adoptees reunite safely. Hosted events, raised millions. Personally, Vanessa dated healthily now, I dipped into dating too, cautious. One night, over dinner, she said, Mom, I'm pregnant. Joy. But advanced fear, history repeating? No, her boyfriend proposed, good guy. We planned a wedding, small, meaningful. The scream echoed in memories, but now laughter filled our home. Internet still buzzed, documentary offers. We accepted one, controlled narrative. Filming brought closure, reenacting crash, confrontation. Emotional, but healing. Basic end, happy family. Advanced, advocacy work ongoing. Uncle's legacy lived through us. If betrayed, no recovery possible. Subscribe for updates. Finally, the resolution, basic, we moved on, happy. Advanced, transformed pain into purpose. Post-wedding, Vanessa's baby arrived, a girl, named after Uncle James, Jamie. Holding her, tears flowed. Full circle, Vanessa said. Basic family life, picnics, holidays. Advanced, therapy continued, ensuring no generational trauma. Eric? Paroled early, but restraining order kept him away. He tried contacting once, apology letter. We burned it. No space for toxicity. With inheritance invested wisely, we thrived financially. Basic, comfortable living. Advanced, scholarships for adoptees, expanding foundation globally. Our podcast hit millions, guests from celebrities to survivors. One episode, Taylor Swift-like story, where a hug revealed hidden family. Inspired by that, we hosted reunions. My life? Dating a kind man now, no rush. Vanessa's husband supportive. The crash scar faded, metaphorically. Basic lesson, trust gut. Advanced, forgiveness selective, strength from ashes. To viewers, if surviving your crash, share below. Like, subscribe, comment your story. Thanks for watching, remember, sometimes a scream starts healing. See you next time.